Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimrandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuranmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Supatantikam Mandeham Shri Gurum Shri Udapata Shri Gurum Vaishnavamsya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatham Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Saidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhamvitam Sya Ye Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpade Gopesha Gopiga Kanda Radha Kanda Namostude Tapta Kanjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishavanu Sude Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Mancha Kalpatarupe Kripa Sindhu Bhavacha पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमः ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमदे भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिधि नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणि प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकीं मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घायते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दिनदारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरम् योऽन्ध प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसूक्तां सञ्जीवयति अखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्नाम् अन्यां च सच्चरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणां नमो भगवते वृषाय तुभ्यं जयदं सुहृदो पङ्गोर्मम मन्दमतिर्गति मत्सर्वस्य पादाम्बुजो राधामदनमोहन तमादिदेवं करुणानिधानं तमालवर्णं सुहृदावतारम् अपार संसार समुद्र सेतुं भजामहे भागवतः स्वरूपम् परमानंद पाठाय प्रेमवर्षी अक्षराय दे सर्वदा सर्वसेवया श्रीकृष्णाय नमोस्तुमे गुरुवे गौरचंद्राय राधिकाय तदाले कृष्णाय कृष्ण भक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमो हरे कृष्णा हरि ओम तत्सत. So welcome all the devotees for today's Srimad Bhagavatam class. We are reading first canto, fourth chapter, text 7, no? 7 onwards. Yeah. Hari Bol. Where is Sini Mataji? Jubi Mataji?
I think Prabhu, she's traveling. She's in Kerala now. She come today. Maybe she's in the flight.
Okay. कथं वा पाण्डवेयस्य राजर्षेर्मुनिना सह संवादा समभूताता यत्रैषा सत्वती श्रुति कथं वा पाण्डवेयस्य राजर्षिर्मुनिना सह संवादा समभूतता यत्रैषा सत्वती श्रुति. ओके, शैलजा माता जी.
कथं वा पाण्डवेयस्य राजर्षिर्मुनिना सह संवादा समभूतादा यत्रैषा सात्वती श्रुतिः.
अरे बोल जो भी माता जी.
Hare Krishna. कथं वा पाण्डवेयस्य राजर्षो मुनिना सह संवादा सम्बोधाता यत्रैषा सात्वती श्रुति.
अरे बोल मयूरी माता जी.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी.
हरे कृष्ण.
कथं वा पाण्डवेयस्य राजर्षिर्मुनिना सह संवादा समभूतता यत्रैषा सात्वती श्रुतिः.
हरे बोल वंदना माता जी.
हरे कृष्ण. कथं वा पाण्डवेयस्य राजर्षे मुनिना सह संवादा सम्भूतात् यत्र सात्वती श्रुति.
हरे बोल. How did it so happen that King Parikshit met this great sage, making it possible for this great transcendental essence of the Vedas, Bhagavatam, to be sung to him? So the rishis headed by Shaunaka asking Sudha Goswami, how is that King Parikshit met this great sage? Who is that great sage?
Shukdev Goswami.
Yes, Sukadeva Goswami. So Shaunaka Rishi is asking Sudha Goswami, how come or how did Parikshit Maharaj meet this great sage Sukadeva Goswami, making it possible for this great transcendental essence of the Vedas, Bhagavatam, and how this Bhagavatam, the Amala Purana, the spotless Purana, the ripened Vedic literature was sung to him. How that happened? So that's a question. Srimad Bhagavatam is stated here as the essence of the Vedas. Okay? Essence of the Vedas. So it is in Bhagavatam itself, the glories of the Bhagavatam is given. Okay? In many verses. And other Puranas also, other literatures also, the glories of Bhagavatam is given. Okay? So here it says Srimad Bhagavatam is stated here as the essence, the sar of all the Vedas. It's the most ripened fruit of Vedic literatures. So in a tree, there are so many parts. There are roots, there is trunk, there are branches, flowers, leaves, fruits. Okay, this is a Vedic tree. So which is the best part of the tree?
Fruit.
Yeah, fruit.
Fruit.
So all are important. The root is also important. The trunk is also important. The branches, the leaves, the flowers, fruit. But of all the parts, fruit is the best, the essence of. Okay. So the cow is also, there are many, we use cow urine, cow dung, cow milk, okay, everything. But which is the best part of the cow? The cow milk, right? Similarly, the Vedic tree has so many parts. The fruit is the best. Just imagine that fruit has no skin and no seed and only juice. How it will be? So that is Srimad Bhagavatam. So other Vedas or Vedic corollaries or supplements can be compared to the root and trunk and leaves and flowers. But the Srimad Bhagavatam is the fruit, the ripened fruit of the tree that is bitten by whom? Parrot called Sukadeva Goswami. So when the Srimad Bhagavatam comes out from the lotus lips of Sukadeva Goswami, so relishing, so tasty, just like a fruit that has no seed, no covering, no skin, and it is bitten by a parrot. So the most sweetest. So that is what here it said, Nigama Kalpataror Galitam Phalam. In Srimad Bhagavatam it is said. Okay. It is so tasty and sweet, the sweetest of the sweet. So it is also called Shuka Samhita. Why Shuka Samhita? It is spoken by Sukadeva Goswami. And who is Sukadeva Goswami?
Yeah, son
Hmm?
Son of Vyasa.
Can't hear
of
you.
Vyasa.
Son of it. Yeah. Who actually is originally?
Yes.
Originally, who is Sukadeva Goswami?
Son of Vasudeva. Vyasdeva.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. But that is in this episode or in this Dwapara Yuga Leela. But originally, who is Sukadeva Goswami? What is Sukha means? Shuka.
Parrot.
Parrot. Who's parrot?
Rani.
Radharani's parrot.
Radharani's parrot.
Yeah, Radharani's pet parrot. Okay. So close to Srimati Radharani. That's why it is called Sukha Samhita or the Vedic hymn spoken by Sri Shukadeva Goswami, the great liberated sage. So he is a sage, but there's an adjective. given. Adjective, what is that? Liberated. Why is he liberated? Why we are not liberated? What is the criteria for liberation? What is the criteria for liberation? Why we are not called liberated? Why only here Sukadeva Goswami is addressed as liberated? Otherwise, they could have just said great sage. But again, there's an adjective given to that, liberated sage.
Like the three influence of three modes of material nature.
Yes, he is beyond the three modes of material nature. He is not affected by the three modes of material nature. Whereas we are all under the clutches of Maya and under the influence of three modes of material nature. So those who are under the clutches of Maya and the three modes of material nature are called conditioned souls. Conditional stage. All these great sages like Sukadeva Goswami, Vyasadeva, Narada, Maharshi and all, they're all liberated. They're all not of this material world. Although they are in this material world, they don't belong to this material world. They have come here just to, be part of Lord Krishna's Leela. Just like when a minister goes, there'll be an entourage of so many other assistant ministers, secretaries and all. Similarly, when Lord Krishna descends or Lord's incarnation descends to this material world, there'll be an entourage of associates, assistants, and companions and friends to take part in his Leela to increase the bliss in that particular Leela. So he's a liberated sage. Number 8. Sagodohana matram hi griheshu grihamedhinam avikshade mahabhagas tirthi kurvam sadashramam. Sagodohana matram hi griheshu grihamedhinam avikshade mahabhagas tirthi kurvam sadashramam. Okay, Uma.
सर्वोदोहनमात्रं हि गृहेषु गृहमेदिनाम् अवेक्षते महाभागस्तीर्थिकुर्वंस्तदाश्रमम्.
Okay, Shailaja Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Sagodhanah matram hi griheshu grihamedinam avakshade mahabhagas tirthi kurvam tadasramam.
Mayuri Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Sago dohana matram hi graheshu grahamedhinam avekshate mahabhagas tirthi kurvas tathashramam.
Very good. And Jubi Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Sakodohana matram hi griheshu grihamedinam avekshade mahabhagas tirthi kurvadasramam.
Very bold. Vandana Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Sagodohan matram hi graheshu grahamedinam avechate mahabhagas tirthe kurvastatashramam.
Very good. And translation. You can read translation. Vandana Mataji.
Sorry. Prabhuji, can you make it little up?
Yes.
Huh. He, Sukadeva Goswami, was accustomed to stay at the door of a householder only long enough for a cow to be milked, and he did this just to sanctify the residence.
Very good. Sukadeva Goswami, was accustomed to stay at the door of a householder only long enough for a cow to be milked. And he did this just to sanctify the residence. They're all sages, they're all sadhus, mendicants. They go door to door, house to house. What is the purpose? Why they go door to door?
For purification.
Yes, just to sanctify the people that of that particular house. That is the purpose. But unfortunately, the people think that they're all, beggars nowadays. They are not beggars. They are sadhus, saintly personalities. They are not going to beg their anything, any alms. They are going to purify the residences of those householders. And in turn, just as an honor, they give something to some grains or some vegetables or some fruits. They offer. So their main purpose of visiting different houses just to sanctify the houses and the people, to make them Krishna conscious, not expecting anything in return, but as a gratitude, the householders give something in return, some grains, so that they can also use their grains and fruits and other items for their survival. But the main purpose is to sanctify the residences. But nowadays people think that they're all beggars. They go and beg at door to door. No. The saintly personalities, the real sadhus, go there to sanctify the residence. And they will not stay there more time. Why they don't stay there more time? What is the reason? They will stay long enough for a cow to be milked. So how long it will take to milk a cow? Maybe half an hour, or I'm not even half an hour. How much? 10 minutes? I don't know. 10 minutes to milk a cow? That much time.
10 to 15 minutes, Prabhu.
10 to 15 minutes, yeah. Why they don't stay there for long?
They
What's the
don't want to
reason?
contaminate, and they don't want to contaminate Prabhu, because
Yeah,
it's
they don't want to
grihastha.
contaminate themselves. And what else? Why they don't want, what will happen? How they get contaminated if they stay longer there?
Mingle with the material people. All grihasthas, we don't know how purified they are.
Yes, when they mingle with karmis, karma kandis, okay, because they're all contaminated. So they don't want to contaminate themselves. So they don't want to get the association of materially oriented people for a long time. So their consciousness will also get affected. You must have noticed when such sadhus go to different houses, they take their own utensils, glass, plate. Have you noticed? So all these sadhus, they carry their water pot, a plate, a glass. They don't use others. And they don't, usually they don't use the cooked food from them. They take grains, fruits, atta, like that, and they cook themselves. Why? Why they don't take the cooked food? They will take rotis from from brahmanas and from places called like Rajadham, the dhams and all, because they're all mostly devotees. But other places, most of the people, they accept only grains and grams and fruits and like that. They cook themselves. Why? Why they don't accept the cooked food? What is the reason?
Prabhu, their karmas also transferred to them by the fire.
Karma gets transferred through the fire, through cooking. So whatever items, their dishes they have prepared by cooking, when they eat that, their karma, their consciousness will be transferred to the person who eats. That's why we say that we should eat prasadam cooked by the devotees. Bhoga cooked by devotees and offered to the Supreme Lord. Jaise an, vaise man. When the food is prepared by contaminated people, materially oriented people, their consciousness is deposited in the food. And that food, when we consume, we will get their consciousness. So we can accept vegetables, grains, and everything because it is not cooked food. Only especially the conscious, this thing, it is transferred through the fire. That's why they don't accept cooked food, but uncooked food, uncooked items, and fruits, such things they will accept, so that they don't get, as Jubi Mataji rightly said, they don't get contaminated by their association. So they don't stay there for long. Just apna kaam ho gaya, chal base. So that's what they. Okay, Sukadeva Goswami met Emperor Parikshit and explained the text of Srimad Bhagavatam. He was not accustomed to stay at any householder's residence for more than half an hour at the time of milking the cow, and he would just take alms from the fortunate householder. So when they accept alms, means who gives that alms to that sage is a fortunate householder. It's fortunate. So it's a great seva to give something to saintly personality. And so this is devotional seva. So that was to sanctify the residence by his auspicious presence. Therefore, Sukadeva Goswami is an ideal preacher established in the transcendental position. From his activities, those who are in the renounced order of life and dedicated to the mission of preaching the message of Godhead should learn that they have no business with householders, servant except to enlighten them in transcendental knowledge. So their only purpose is to enlighten them in transcendental knowledge. They are not going there to beg alms. If they get, well and good. If they don't get, well and they will starve. There are mainly there are 4 types of renunciants. One is Kuti Chaka, other one is Bahudaka, and Parivrajaka then Paramahamsa, like that. So Kuti Chaka is a person, is renunciant who stays in one place, in one small hut. When somebody brings something, they will accept it. They will not go out and beg alms. The Bahudaka, they got, the Kuti Chaka, I think they go house to house. Whoever gives, they will take. The other one, Bahudaka, they stay in one place. If somebody gives, they will accept it. Otherwise, they will go home. They will not eat anything. And Parvrajaka, they go to different places and preach. Paramahamsa also. Paramahamsa means, you know the quality of Hamsa. Hans. That means they accept only the good and reject the unwanted thing. They accept only milk. They reject the water, like that. They are. Then above that also is Avadut. They are totally on a different platform. They don't mind. They don't follow anything, but totally they are in bliss. So like that, there are different types of renunciants. So Sukadeva Goswami goes and to sanctify the houses of the householders, and if somebody gives some alms, he'll accept it. Such asking for alms from the householder should be for the purpose of sanctifying his home. Okay, by giving, they sanctify the house, because the sages blesses them. They enlighten them in transcendental knowledge. One who is in the renounced order of life should not be allured by the glamour of the householder's worldly possessions and thus become subservient to worldly men. For one who is in the renounced order of life, this is much more dangerous than drinking poison and committing suicide. Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj. Who is Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj?
Spiritual master of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati.
Yes, the spiritual master of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj. He was a self-realized saint. Okay, he was an illiterate person, but self-realized. And Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj, very renowned, very scholarly, very educated, very erudite scholar in the scriptures and other things. He took Diksha, he accepted Bhakti Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj as his spiritual master. So we can understand what would have been his position. Such a highly, educated, scholarly person is taking Diksha from an illiterate person because he was 100% Krishna conscious. And he said also, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, if my spiritual master, out of 24 hours, 23 hours, 59 minutes, he is Krishna conscious, and 1 minute he is not Krishna consciousness, he is not Krishna, I would not have accepted him as my spiritual master. That is what he said. 23 hours, 59 minutes, he is Krishna conscious, but 1 minute he is not Krishna. I would not have accepted my spiritual master. So there was a very wealthy merchant during his time. So he used to always go, because he used to stay and sleep under trees and on street. He didn't have even a house. So one wealthy merchant approached him every day. He, please Babaji, please bless me, please bless me. Please come and stay in my palace. All the comforts I will give you, this and that. And I like you. I want you to become my spiritual master. Please guide me. So he used to just drive him away. Never used to accept his invitation to go to his house. What he wanted his blessing so that he can flourish more and more materially. Then he got fed up. Then he said, okay, you like me so much? You said you like me so much. Yes, Guru Maharaj, you are my Guru. Please bless me and please stay at home. Whatever you want, I will provide you. All comfort. Okay, if you like me so much, you please renounce all your house, the palace, your family, and come and stay with me in the street. He ran away from there. He did not turn up afterwards. Why he wanted? Because when this sadhu or saintly personality is there in his house, auspiciousness will come and his wealth will increase, his name, fame, everything will increase. So people are after material benefits. And sages, they don't want to be in the material world in the association of material people. Similarly, when Srila Prabhupada was traveling in a train in the north, so along with his sannyasis, whites, brahmacharis and sannyasis, okay, all white, European and American. So we have this tendency, especially when we see a sadhu, we just pay obeisances, ask the sadhu to please bless me. Isn't it? That's our custom. So similarly, I know some of the householders who were traveling the same train approached Srila Prabhupada, paid obeisances, and asked Srila Prabhupada to bless. So many people were approaching Srila Prabhupada for blessing. So he also got annoyed. And because he's not getting private time to discuss Krishna Katha with his disciples. So it was a nuisance. Then when few people came for blessings, he said, okay, I'll bless you. But will you accept my blessings? Yes, sure, Swamiji. Okay, I'm going to bless you that you all will become brahmacharis like these disciples. You want these blessings? No, Swamiji, we don't want this blessing. They all ran away. So blessing means one material benefit. So a sadhu will bless a person to become Krishna conscious, not material conscious, not to increase their wealth, name, fame, and other possessions. So sadhu will bless a person to become Krishna conscious. So in other words, he will become pauper materially. Only when we become pauper, will become Krishna conscious. So immediately they all ran away. So sages will enlighten us in Krishna conscious way. Okay. So where we have stopped. Yeah. One who is in the renounced order of life should not be allured by the glamour of the householders' worldly possessions and thus become subservient to worldly men. What happens if we accept something from the wealthy people? We are obliged to them. Then we have to serve their senses. Are they ready? A renunciant? No, not at all. They will not do that. So that's why he said, thus become subservient to worldly men. For one who is in a renounced order of life, this is much more dangerous than drinking poison and committing suicide. So for a sage, for a renunciant, it is more dangerous than drinking poison and committing suicide. Accepting the rewards, accepting the, what you call, the wealth or any other things from a worldly person, from a householder. Because if they accept, they have to dance to the tune of that person. And what's the point of renouncing this material world? Okay, so text 9. Abhimanyu Sudam Suta Rahur Bhagavatotamam Tasya Janma Mahacharyam Karmani Cha Grihinina Abhimanyu Sudam Suta Rahur Bhagavatotamam Tasya Janma Mahacharyam Karmani Cha Grihinina. Okay, Shailaja Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Abhimanyu Sudam Soda Prahurvagavadottamam Tasya Janma Mahacharyam Karmani Cha Grihinina.
Very good. Sunita Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Abhimanyu Sutam Sut Prahu Bhargavatam Uttamam Tasya Janam Mahacharyam Karmani Cha Grihine.
Very good. Vivek Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, can you hear me?
Hare Krishna. Yeah, Prabhuji.
Can you hear me, Prabhuji?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Abhimanyu Sutam Suta Prahu Bhagavatamam Tasya Janma Mahaswadya Karmani Cha Grihini.
And Uma, can you please read the translation?
It is said that Maharaja Parikshit is a great first-class devotee of the Lord and that his birth and activities are all wonderful. Please tell us about him.
Abhimanyu Sudam Suda. Who is Abhimanyu?
Arjuna's son.
Not of Arjuna.
Yeah, okay. Yes, yeah.
Arjuna, grandson. Prabhuji.
Now, here in this connection, who is Abhimanyu?
Parikshit sir.
Parikshit's son?
Abhimanyu.
Who is Abhimanyu?
Abhimanyu's son Parikshit. Abhimanyu's father of Parikshit and Arjun father of Abhimanyu.
Okay. So Abhimanyu Sudam means who?
Parikshit.
Parikshit Maharaj.
Yes. Hanji.
So it is said that Maharaja Parikshit is a great first-class devotee of the Lord and that his birth and activities are all wonderful. Please tell us about him. So Shravanaka Rishi is asking on behalf of other sages to Siddha Goswami, please tell more about Maharaja Parikshit and his birth and activities. Okay. The birth of Maharaja Parikshit is wonderful because in the womb of his mother, he was protected by the personality of Godhead Sri Krishna. We know the episode, we know the story of Ashwatthama sending Brahmastra. And Lord Krishna protected him in the womb of his mother. Who is mother?
Uttara.
Uttara, yes. Uttara. Who is Uttara, daughter of whom?
Virat,
Yeah,
Virat,
the king of
king of
the.
Virat.
Okay. And who Uttara as a brother also. What's his name?
Uttar, um,
Uttar Kumar. Okay. Okay. And who taught Uttara dance?
Arjun.
Arjun,
Arjun.
Arjuna,
Uh, Arjuna and
Branal.
as Brahmala.
Branala.
Yes. Okay. Good. So his activities are all also wonderful because he chastised Kali, who was attempting to kill a cow. Okay. You all remember the story? He chastised Kali. Kali appeared. How he appeared? Kali is also a personality. How he appeared? As a king, disguised. Okay. And what was he doing? He was attempting to kill a cow, breaking the legs of the cow. And the cow was crying, weeping. Seeing this, Parikshit wanted to kill the Kali personality at once. But then Kali pleaded, please spare me. I am also a citizen in your country. Okay. I also have to survive. I need to live. So please give me some place where I can survive. Parikshit said, go away from my country. So where will I go? Everything belongs to you. You are the controller. You are the emperor. I cannot go out of this universe. So please give me some place where I can. Then he gave 4 main places. Which are the 4 main places that he can make a living? So
Gold, woman,
gold
like
comes
that.
later. Gold comes later. The cow had 4 legs, has 4 legs. So 3 of them were all broken. It was standing on one leg and weeping. Right? So all the 3 legs were already broken. It was standing on one leg and weeping also. So the 4 pillars of dharma. What is 4 pillars of dharma?
Mercy, truth,
Yes.
Truth,
Yes.
cleanliness,
Mm.
cleanness, mercy,
Satyam, tapa,
Dhamma,
saucham, daya.
mm,
Okay. So 3 legs, that is 3 legs of the dharma is already gone. And the one leg is there. It is standing on one leg and that's also shaking or shivering. So what is that one leg which is there? And that's also shivering. What is that one leg? It
truth.
represents what? Truth.
Daya,
Truth, not daya. Truth. So 4 yugas, 4 dharmas. Okay. So we have repeated this many times, but again to revise, we'll repeat. So first end of the first yuga, that is Satyuga. What is gone? What was the dharma? Meditation.
tapa,
Meditation. Tapa, yes. Okay. So austerities. So what is gone? Intoxication came into the society, entered the society during the end of Satyuga. So what dharma is destroyed?
Cleanness,
Tapas. Okay. second yuga, towards the end of second yuga, Treta Yuga. Okay. The dharma was what? Mercy. What ended the society? Animal killing, slaughtering animals. Okay. In the name of yajnas and homas, they used to slaughter them. But instead of offering it to the Supreme Lord as yajna for a particular reason, of course, they started slaughtering the animals left, right, and center for sense gratification. So the Daya part is also gone. The mercy part is also gone. And third yuga, the cleanliness is the dharma. That is also gone. How? The illicit relationship entered the society. The fourth yuga, now we are living in that fourth yuga, Kali Yuga. The truth is remaining, but it's also trembling. So that is the representation of these four legs of dharma, depicted through the four legs of cow. Okay, so when this Kali personality tried to kill this cow, Parikshit immediately interrupted and wanted to kill him. Then he said, wherever these four dharmas are destroyed, there you can go and stay. You will be flourishing. But then he said, in your country, under your reign, there are no such places. No, because his reign was such, very nice ruling. There was no illicit sex, there was no intoxication, there was no gambling, there was no meat eating. I mean, unnecessary. So I don't have any place. So what will I do? Then he said, you can go and stay wherever extra gold is there. That means extra wealth. Whoever accumulates more wealth than necessary, you can go and stay there. Kali immediately jumped and occupied Parikshit's crown. He was wearing the crown. So from Kali started from there only. So although he is a first class king, he got angry just because the sage was not receiving him when he came with thirst. Because the sage was meditating, he did not notice. So he got unnecessarily angry. And this angry, why? Because of the will of the providence. Otherwise, Parikshit is a first class king. He's a devotee. He will not get angry unnecessarily. So to kill cow means to end the human civilization. He wanted to protect the cow from being killed by the great representative of sin. Who is the great representative of sin?
Asudhamma.
What is that, Uma?
Kali.
Kali, yes. Kali. His death is also wonderful because he got previous notice of his death. Who? Parikshit. Parikshit's birth is wonderful. His death is also wonderful. He was protected by Lord Vishnu. So he got a name connected to Vishnu. What is Parikshit's another name connected to Vishnu? Vishnu Ratha. Okay.
What, Prabhuji?
Vishnu Ratha.
Vishnu Radha.
Vishnu Ratha, I think, yes. 1 second. Yes, Vishnu Ratha is protected by Vishnu in the womb of his mother. And his death is also wonderful. Who gets a notice for death? Death comes uninvited. Okay, but here he got a notice of 7 days. He can prepare himself. He can arrange all his wealth, properly distribute to all his children and other relatives, go very nicely, leave this world. Did he do that? When we get into his wealth, what we'll do? We'll bring all the documents of our property and bank, this and that. We will distribute it. We will inform all our, children. Yeah, this is a property here, that property there, this and that, and we'll be busy in distributing that instead of preparing for death. But he left everything. He did not even bother that he was a king. He immediately renounced everything and went in search of a spiritual master who can enlighten him in Krishna consciousness. That is when he met with Sukadeva Goswami. He met with so many sages, but he did not get a very, very, befitting or very nice process to end his life. Okay? He got many sages, and only Sukadeva Goswami could convince him by reciting Bhagavatam. There were many sages, much elder to Sukadeva Goswami, but it was only Sukadeva Goswami, who was just 16 or 17 years old at that time, who could deliver him this message and enlighten him in Krishna consciousness. Why? Because he was the chosen one. He was the chosen one. So his death is also wonderful because he got previous notice of his death. He got previous notice of his death, which is wonderful for any mortal being. And thus he prepared himself for passing away by sitting down on the bank of the Ganges and hearing the transcendental activities of the Lord. So what a dying person should do? What a dying person should do, we know. From this, we now understand that when we get some advance notice that we are going to die, especially when we are aged, we know any moment death will strike. Okay. And at that time, we should not involve in material activities. Leave everything to our children. You take care of it. I am totally aloof. I'm going out. So that's why in our Vedic system, 1 to 25 is Brahmacharya, 25 to 50 is Dasa, 50 to 75 is Vanaprastha, because it's a preparation for living. Then if we live, 75 to 100 is totally renounce everything, become renunciate. Not at all interested in worldly affairs for family affairs. But unfortunately, till the last breath, we attach ourselves to our family and other things, worldly possession and possessions. So this is the, our pitiable condition in the age of Kali. The Maya is so strong, we only talk, but practically we cannot apply that because so much of attachment to the worldly possessions and positions and the relations. Although we are getting kicked by all these people and things around us, left, right, and center, but still we attach ourselves to all these worldly things and relations. If you throw stone to a dog, he'll go for some time. Again it will come. Just put some biscuit or something to it, again it will come. Again you throw, it will run away. If you again put some biscuit or something, it will come. Like that our situation is. So during all the days, he heard 7 days and 7 nights without sleep, without drinking, without eating. Can we do that? Is it clear? It's
Hare
audible.
Krishna, Prabhuji, your voice is not clear actually.
Low system resources may affect your audio quality by closing some applications. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Is it okay? Is it clear now?
For me, it's not, Prabhu.
No, Prabhu. It's not clear.
Not clear.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Is it okay? Audible? No? Okay. Please put off your cameras for some time. Let's see. I'll also put off. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Is it audible now?
Not clear, Prabhu.
Not clear.
Audible, Prabhuji, but not clear. It's getting cut.
Yeah, this some low system is showing here. Maybe the bandwidth is low here. Just wait for 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, it will be clear. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Now
It's
it's
okay
clear,
now?
Prabhu. Yeah,
Now
yeah.
clear, Prabhu.
Yes,
Now
Okay.
it's
clear.
now clear.
Very good. So we'll continue. 1 second. Let me start my audio. Okay. So here, during all the days, he heard Bhagavatam, without any interruption, without any interval. 7 days and 7 nights without eating, sleeping, and eating. And he was not tired. He was not fatigued. Why? What kept them alive? The transcendental Leelas, the Supreme Lord. So the spirit soul was getting the food. The spirit soul was getting the food. So there was no fatigue, there was no tiresome at all. Both of them, both the speaker and the hearer, were getting transcendental food. That kept them very lively and with topmost enthusiasm. Both speaker and hearer discussed Krishna Lila. Especially the dying man, what he should do at the time of leaving the body. That is what Parishit Maharaj showed us. So when a person is about to die, we know we are not going to stay here forever. Okay, after we cross the 50, 60 and all, we know any time, and especially in the age of Kali, time can strike, death can strike any time. There is no age bar. So we should be ready, we should be prepared to face death any moment. So we should not delay taking up Krishna consciousness. So especially when you come to know that, especially people, those suffering with terminal illness, they know that they are not going to stay for more. So at least they should leave everything, concentrate in chanting the holy name of the Lord, forget about all other things, and just do Krishna conscious activities, chanting the holy name of the Lord. That is a preparation to leave the body. Because that will only help us to remember him at the time of quitting the body. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajadande kalaivaram tam tam evaiti kaunteya sada tadbhava bhavita. So whatever state of mind we have at the time of quitting the body, that will attain. Krishna says to Arjuna, Anta kalecha mam eva smaran muktva kalaivaram yat prayatasi madbhavam yati nasyatra samchaya. Okay. Whatever we remember at the time of quitting the body, that will attain. So if you remember Krishna, we'll attain his abode. If you remember money, we'll take birth in a rich family. If you remember the wife, so attached, we'll become a female member in any house. If you remember, is so attached to the husband, the male person, that soul will take the form of a male member. Like that, if you remember a cockroach, you'll take birth as a cockroach. So, what do you want to remember at the time of getting the body? Definitely the Supreme Lord. So, we'll attain his abode. So, just through this episode, Krishna wanted to teach us that please remember Krishna always. So, that will enable us to remember at the time of quitting the body. And we will be able to attain him at the end of this particular life. So, Parikshit Maharaj was, discussing only about Krishna conscious activities, Krishna Leela, about Krishna and his pure devotees. So he attained Param Gati, the supreme destination. People will say that because of the curse by the Brahmana and the Takshaka snake came, beat him, and he went, he left his body. No, even before Takshaka, it's all Leela. Even before Takshaka came to bite him, he had already left his body and reached Vaikuntha. So this is the actual Bhagavatam story. Okay, so everything about him is wonderful and his activities are worth hearing attentively. The desire is expressed herein to hear about him in detail. Here it's very clearly mentioned, during all the days he heard Bhagavatam, he did not take food or drink, nor did he sleep a moment. So everything about him is wonderful and his activities are worth hearing attentively. The desire is expressed herein to hear about him in detail. Okay. So Hare Krishna. So text 10 next week we'll discuss. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय, दाई गो प्रेमानंदे।